Welcome to the most talked about show on the entire internet. Welcome to EXETV. Today, my guest is the one and only 2bob29. How are you today, sir?
I'm doing good.
All right. Well, you're on the hot seat. We're going to ask you some questions.
I can tell. It's freaking steaming in here already.
Let's, there you go. Let's start with some wrestling stuff. So how long have you been a wrestling fan?
That was since I was like 4 years old, I would say. I used to first start watching wrestling with my grandpa, actually. My grandma would actually pick me up after like camp and stuff. I'd go hang out at my grandpa's house, and he was a huge wrestling fan. So even at 4 years old, I started watching wrestling all the way back then.
So what would you be watching back with your grandpa? I assume a guy like that would be watching old school stuff.
Oh yeah, he was trying to watch at that time. I think it was WWF, was it? Or WWWF? I can't even remember at this point. This is like 20 years ago or so. But he enjoyed just watching whatever was on TV. He always loved recording his wrestling and rewatching it to just he was one of those guys where it's like he had his favorites and he always enjoyed watching them because they knew what to do in the ring, and he always found it interesting to watch people work.
Nice. So speaking of favorites, so I'm going to give you two. I want you to tell me your all-time favorite wrestlers.
Okay.
And then give me male and female, and then give me male and female from the current crop of wrestlers. Doesn't have to be WWE.
Okay, so two all-time favorites and then two current favorites, male, female each.
Yes.
Oof. All right, so let's start with the current favorites. All right. Current favorite male, I'm going to actually toss up to Drew McIntyre. It was Strowman for a little bit, like when he like initially started to get me back into watching wrestling, when you could see just the crazy amounts of shit he can do. But recently I'm gonna say it's probably Drew McIntyre. That guy has it all, man. That guy's a beast. He already has a title around his belt. He probably deserves a bigger one in my opinion at this point. He worked his ass off to get his way back up into WWE. I remember when he was marketed for forever ago. What was it? The Chosen One or something like that? The Future?
Yep. The Chosen One.
Yeah, the Chosen One. And I remember back then I was like, this guy has a look, he has a feel about him where he can be something, but they just never marketed him right back then, I felt like. And I'm glad that he took his talents to wherever the hell he felt he needed to hone his skill and do what he needed to do. He's definitely my current favorite. Out of the females, that's a tough one. And the reason is, like, I love Alexa Bliss because she just has this like feisty way of knowing to talk. Like on mic, just can get anyone she can just get under anyone's skin. It's just one of the best feelings in the world. But I'm gonna go with like the newfound fire in Becky Lynch, man. I'm loving that. I'm loving that she's finally sticking up for what she believes in. That's really cool. I'm loving that. Like, I'm loving the whole storyline between the two of them, the whole drama, everything that's building up. It's really cool.
And all time?
All-time male is always a tough one because I can't ever decide between two. It's either Flair or Eddie. It's Ric Flair or Eddie Guerrero. By far.
You can't go wrong.
Like,
there are no bad choices there.
Every time I think of Eddie Guerrero, there's always two moments that pop into mind. The one where it's just he's fighting Kennedy, he gets the chair, and it's like he sees the ref is stirring and just thwacks the freaking ground with it. Throws the chair at Kennedy, falls onto his back, starts holding his face, pointing to Kennedy, looking at the ref like, oh, you hit me. Like, oh my God, I love that. And Flair, man, Flair's the dirtiest player in the game. He can sell a punch to the face for like 90 seconds. like how do you say no to that guy, you know? So that I can never decide between those two. And old-time females? Beth Phoenix, man. Beth Phoenix was always like an enigma to me. I always liked her. She was not fat. She was not tiny. She had like, if there was like weight classes in the female like division, she would be her own weight class. That's how I saw Beth Phoenix. And I was like, okay, I can definitely get behind someone this intimidating.
Okay. That Eddie moment is in my opinion, the perennial classic all-time Eddie moment.
Oh yeah.
forever. But also, whenever I think of him, I think of that promo where he sat in the middle of the ring and
Oh yeah.
poured his heart out. Just,
Oh yeah.
God, miss him so much.
Dude, Eddie connects with the fans like he, I really felt, started that whole connecting with the fans type of character. Like, I know you always try to connect with someone, but I think he really brought that out in being a wrestler. Like, connecting
Agreed.
with the fans is a trait or is a skill that you should have. Oh, and the other thing that I remember with Eddie is the crazy fan that tried to bum rush his, what was it, the Money in the Bank or ladder match against RVD, where the fan literally ran into the ring and shoved the ladder out, and Eddie got so pissed and just nailed the guy in the head like 3 times on the way out. Oh my God, I'll never forget that. Oh,
so
that was great.
Who do you think has the best entrance music? And this could be all time, current, whatever you want. Who do you think has the best entrance music of all time?
Ooh. See, there's legendary ones, man, but I think it has to go to Taker. I think Taker's entrance it's almost like it's its own entity. You know, it doesn't matter whether it's Mania or Hell in a Cell or wherever the hell it is. Mainly Mania is when you really feel it, but Taker's entrance is just, even if you know that it's like it's a work and it's a fight and it's just like a match, when you're on the opposing end and even watching it on screen or live, it's like this is something special.
So I guess that answers my next question, because I was going to ask you who has the best entrance overall, but clearly
combination, dude. You can't have the best entrance without the best entrance music.
Fair enough. So do you have
just music though? If it was just music without entrance attached, I'll say Shawn Michaels. I always love the Shawn Michaels entrance. Can't help it.
Do you know the words?
I'm not. You're not getting me to sing them.
I wasn't gonna ask. So, do you have someone you would consider your favorite non-WWE wrestler?
Ooh.
Do you watch non-WWE stuff?
I honestly never really gave a whole bunch of non-WWE a shot. I gave TNA a shot for a couple of years. And I remember watching the X division in TNA, and I was like, what the frick is this shit? I've never seen craziness like this before. They have they have bungee ropes like hanging on like the freaking top of the top of the ring, like 20 feet in the air, and people are like climbing them and doing like nonsense off the top of this. I'm like, what the hell am I watching? So, I mean, some TNA guys used to be cool. What's his face? It was a bald guy. Christopher Daniels, is that who it is?
Christopher Daniels.
Yeah.
Fallen Angel.
That's who it is. Bam. Man, that guy used to have a killer finisher. Oh, I don't remember what it was. It was so many years ago at this point, but I remember that guy used to, whenever I saw him walk in the ring and I was watching TNA for like whatever the hell it was, the show, or I was bored or whatever it was, God, I was like, this guy's going to have impact.
Yeah, he's the biggest miss that never made it into the E. He's the biggest, because they're getting everybody now from that era. All the old ROH guys that moved into TNA and built the X division, etc. They've got them all at this point. Joe, AJ, etc. But he's the one who they missed, I think, in my opinion. But
I think so, man. Like I said, I don't really watch a whole lot of like non-WWE, so I'm sure there's a whole bunch of better talent out there, and I'm sure I'm making a whole bunch of people look bad. I don't know.
No, fair enough. All right, let's move on to some questions about you.
Oh boy.
So, Rajiv, Froggy, half the questions submitted were, of course, centered around your name in one way or the other.
Okay.
So I want to ask you two things.
All right.
One, tell me as much as you're comfortable with what the nickname is and what it means.
Cool. I got you. You want me to answer that first and then two?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, 2bob29 has been something that I've created for forever ago. It's just the name that I decided was going to be my username throughout all of my online accounts. And I always found it's like something that nobody has. So Bob is my nickname. It's something my brother has called me for years. So I always go with Bob online instead of like my full name, which is Robert, just in case nobody knows. My full name is Robert. But Bob's been my nickname. So Bob's always my online name. The second thing is the 29 in there. That's the day that I was born, was January 29th.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that's the day of my birth. Just threw that in there. And 2 has always been my favorite number. I've always enjoyed the number 2. I'm not someone who enjoys odd numbers. I guess you could say I'm kind of weird like that. But two's the lowest even number. I always found 2's always great. When you have 2, like a couple is always dope. If you go into something with 2 people, it's always stronger. I always found in like most shows, I don't really like the main character, but the second character. So like SpongeBob and Patrick. Oh my God, Patrick's the hilarious one. SpongeBob can go and suck a nut. Mario and Luigi. Mario's the man. No, Mario can suck a nut. Sorry, Luigi's the man. God damn it, you made me laugh. But no, I always enjoyed the number 2. So that's pretty much where the nickname came from. I don't really like finishing like in second place though. Obviously, you want to fight for first, so everyone always gets that confused. Where it's like, oh, you like 2, so you like second place. It's like, no, I really like competing for first. I definitely like competing. I'll still compete, and I always want to be first place. But like, hey, if I got second and I competed for first, that doesn't mean I was shit. Hell, I fucking got second still. It's a pretty damn good number. So I always like the number 2.
All right.
Yeah.
So now this is coming. Because everybody and their brother makes the boob joke for Bob.
Oh yeah, sure.
And everyone and their brother on the server made the boob joke or a boob question, whatever. But I've picked my favorite, which is from Froggy.
Uh-oh.
As I know you are not a fan of people changing your name, how much do you die inside every time I call you 2 boobs?
It's not even so much that I die inside, man. Look, I told him, I'll tell you, I'm going to tell everyone the same thing. Everybody has 2 boobs. It's just like, it's not even uniquely funny. Like if it was funny, I would laugh at it, but it's like, it's not even unique. Come up with something. Bro, all you did is you fat fingered an extra 0. Oh my God, how great was that?
Oh, Froggy, I'm fairly certain Bob just called you out. That's all I'm just saying. Like, I'm just the observer here, but I'm fairly certain that Froggy, you just got called out for not being funny. So you deal with that.
I'm just saying, like the whole 2 boobs thing. It's like, yeah, sure, I got 2 boobs, bro. You got 2 boobs too. And guess what? There's 2 boobs out there that I'm sure are a lot better to look at than my 2 boobs. So. You go have fun with those.
Mine are fairly glorious. But anyway, moving on.
There you go. There's 2 Stark boobies you can look at, too. He's probably got 23 of them, according to, the 23 in his name. No,
so are you a sports fan?
Yeah, big time.
So what's your favorite sport?
Ooh, football.
Football? Like NFL? Or just all football?
No, I'm a huge NFL fan.
All right. So who's your favorite team?
Home team? No, God. Everyone's gonna make fun of me. I'm a Dolphins fan.
I mean, you're a home team guy.
Yeah, I mean that's who you're the team. Like that's who you should be a fan of at least.
Right. So when I was a kid, I got to that age where I watched football with my parents and stuff, and it was like one of them was a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, one of them was a Dallas Cowboys fan. This is the '70s, so Iron Curtain,
right?
All that. And it came time to pick a team, and the only thing that made sense to me logically was to pick a team from your home area. And we lived in Syracuse, New York. There was only one team who played in New York State. So it was Buffalo Bills. I was a Buffalo Bills fan as a child.
Oh, there you go.
Just a horrible fan experience, but still.
Yeah, it's not the best, man. Trust me.
I get you. I'm a home team guy myself. I like, you root for the home team, whatever.
Like the thing is, that's the team that I always root for. It's like there's always the home team fan in me, but there's also a different team fan in me. Like if it's not a home team, I still have my non-home team. It's like I don't know if you ever had that where it's gonna sound so bad, where your home team is so bad that you're not gonna win, that you have to have another team. What I'm saying?
I do understand that experience as a lifelong Buffalo Bills fan.
So. Like, as being a Dolphins fan, it's like, yeah, I'm a homer, I'm a home team fan. But on the flip side, I've always been a Steelers fan. Always.
All right.
I have a terrible towel inside of my fucking bedroom. I love the Steelers. I was rooting for them against the Arizona Cardinals. Awesome. super fan.
I was always a
But
bit of a 49ers. Like the 49ers, I also root for the conference, like in the division.
Yeah.
If I'm not rooting for my team, like if right now I'm in New England, so I'm a Patriots fan. Sorry, everyone.
Ugh.
But if it's not Patriots, I'll root for somebody who's in the division, and if it's not in the division, I'll root for an AFC team. But I always had a little secret love for the 49ers a bit.
That's literally just like my brother and half brother rather. He was always a 49ers fan. Always loved him.
So you watch a lot of movies?
I'm actually pretty shitty when it comes to movies. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm awful when it comes to movies, man. Like if you bring up Disney movies, oh, I got you down pat.
All right, okay.
Wall-E,
What's your favorite
Wall-E,
Disney? What's your favorite
Wall-E's-
Disney movie?
Probably. Oh no. Well, no, yeah, probably Wall-E. Probably still Wall-E. That
Okay.
one got the feels, man.
Oh,
That one got in the feels real hard. It's like, oh shit, this is what's gonna happen. They had it on a level where it's not even just like where kids can understand, but everyone can understand. That was like a really, really good movie for Disney to toss out not Disney, but Pixar to toss out rather. But yeah, God, that was a good movie.
Yeah, legit tears in some parts of that film.
Oh, absolutely, dude. I lost it at the end. Couldn't help it. Really, 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 really close second is The Lion King. Lion King.
Okay. Awesome. So, I've still to this day never seen The Lion King.
What? Oh my god!
I don't know.
It's just movie I ever saw.
Somehow it just never happened. I don't know. Obviously someday I will, but.
Oh yeah.
So TV?
What kind of TV?
I mean, what do you watch? What do you like?
I mean, I used to watch Breaking Bad a little bit. That used to be a fun show while it lasted. But I found myself to like not be capable of sitting down, like even with wrestling. You know what I'm saying? I sit down with wrestling. I know it's going to come on Monday. Know it's going to come on Tuesday. Still can't manage to find myself to have the time to pull it away on those nights, even though I know that it's going to come. So like, I know I got to watch it. I know I got to keep up to date week to week to week to week. And I can't ever bring myself to fucking do it, man. But yeah, recent
there's
TV,
a lot.
Poopy.
You know, there's some good stuff out there, but I don't want to get sidetracked. If you're not watching stuff, you're not watching stuff. Do you play other games?
Oh yeah, I've been my first game that I ever played at 18 months old in diapers was Mortal Kombat. Yeah.
How good were you at Mortal Kombat at 18 months old?
I was beating my 8-year-old brother, who was older than me and had been playing the game for 2 years because they already had the Sega Genesis. But I knew how to use Liu Kang, and I knew how to do the bicycle kick, and I knew how to listen to my dad yell, "Beat his ass!" in the background. Oh my God, it was the best. My dad was cheering my baby ass on in diapers, and I'm sitting with this controller, which is like 3 times the size of my hands, and it's like I'm smacking the buttons, but I know what to do, and I know what buttons I'm smacking to make me win. I'm gonna do it.
Nice.
So, yeah.
So are you playing anything now besides Champions, obviously?
Obviously Champions. I enjoy playing some Hearthstone from time to time. I like the game of the card concept of it. It's pretty fun. I do enjoy some League of Legends from time to time. Just a couple of mobile games here and there. I played Rocket League, and then my controller for my computer broke, so there went 300 hours of gameplay down the fucking toilet. Just other stuff, man. I mean, I'll look at. I don't even know. I have Steam. My Steam library is just. It is what it is. there's a lot, man.
Steam is one of the best things to happen to gaming ever.
Yeah, that I can agree with. I used to play Heroes of the Storm and Overwatch for a little bit. Those always were fun. But yeah, just right now, a little more Champions than not. A little more of like. It sounds bad, but if everything's pretty much done up in Champions, where I have a little bit of downtime, I can pull up Hearthstone and still play Champions while I'm playing a card game at the same time. So it's pretty fun. And then if Champions is just completely done and there's nobody on the server, cough cough, I'll probably just hop onto League of Legends and I'll play a couple of games by myself. It's fun though, man. It's fun. Competition is always something that's driven me as a gamer. So it's fun whenever I can play against somebody else or play something really challenging. Well,
I mean, we certainly understand competitive gameplay. It's literally why we're all here. So, speaking of champions,
sure.
Let's talk about champions for a minute.
Break it down.
What is your favorite class, and obviously why?
Ooh, class. Well, now that's a roughie. I'm gonna be straight up with you. If you look at a class as a whole, most of them just suck. And I know a lot of people are gonna think I'm crazy, but I love the tech class. I love the tech class because there's so many ranges of character that you can play in the tech class. Whether it's a submission character, whether it's the infamous turn 9 countdown characters, whether it's the character that can pick and choose everything on turn 2, it has such a wide variety. Most of the gems tend to do a decent amount of damage. I definitely like the tech class more than not. I know people like Striker for the strong damage and this, that, and the other, and people like Showboat for tankiness. But tech class by far. Powerhouse probably strong second because Powerhouse isn't as weak as Striker in my opinion. Powerhouse is stronger than Striker because even though Strikers have stronger hits, Powerhouses have more consistent hits in my opinion.
All right. I also favor the tech class.
Yeah.
So who's your favorite superstar, and is it a tech?
Ooh, favorite to like use or favorite?
Yeah, well, actually, you know what? That'd be an interesting split. So tell me who you like to win with, but then tell me who you like to play.
Ooh, that's a fun one. I'm not even gonna bullshit you on that one. Who I like to win with, like easy peasy wins, tough by far. The king of the wins. Got my 4-star Vader is fine. Got my 3-star gold Doink is fine, but tough hands down gets the wins. He's amazing, dude. You can set up so many different ways with him. If you want to have the tornado DDT as the finisher, you can pop off and set up the entire board based on the green gems. If there's no good green gems in place, you spam the tornado DDT immediately because you want to get as many purple gems in place as you can. It's awesome. It's so flexible. I can't even lie.
I'm sure it is. Someday maybe I'll get to watch a video of it because I'm a guy with no tough. Forever, apparently. All right, so who's your favorite to actually play? Like, even if they suck, it doesn't matter. Who's your favorite to play with?
You guys are going to think I'm crazy. So everyone likes Doink, right? I love playing Doink. I know not everyone has Vince, but I know those that play Vince like Vince. And I like the gameplay of Vince too. And I'm going to be straight with you. There's more hate on Carl in the world than there ever has been before. And I love the way that Carl plays. But besides all those three, the most fun, it's the least effective by far. But God, it's the most fun I've ever had, is JBL, dude.
Didn't see that coming.
JPL is the most
really?
fun I've ever had playing with in this game. You have a freaking 3-column and 3-row shuffle. You never know what the hell you're going to get. Dude,
right.
I swear to God, I've had my biggest cascade on this guy, 132,900 plus damage. I will never forget because I hit the 6 MP purple move that does 5,000 damage. Who the hell would have guessed that shit? But of course, it fucking happens on my 3-star silver. How the hell can you not have fun playing a character like that?
All right, fair enough.
Oh God, he's so ineffective though. Oh man,
yeah, that would
he's
be
the worst. But God, I have so much fun when I click that button.
So let me ask you another question: if you could change or add a single thing, you're given the permission. Scopely has to do what you say. So you're either gonna fix something or introduce something new. What is it? Or take something away, I suppose.
Can I so how far are we talking about this? Like, can I remove the $sign from this video game? Or is that going too far?
If that's your thing, that's your thing.
I mean,
it's up to you.
I'm just throwing it out there, so hear me out. If I could change something about the game, it would be the absurd pay to win aspect of it. If you could pay for additional things, that's cool. Like, you want to pay because you want to level your superstar up a little bit quicker, but that doesn't affect the rest of the gameplay or community. Sure, then by all means, go for it. Like, if gear was just because they wanted to sell people that looked cool, like, dude, if they sold me the Miz gear from WrestleMania, as much as I might fucking hate that guy, I would buy that gear just because I want to look like that Miz. I might not get a buff, but that looks like a cool character, and I'd be down to throw a couple bucks on that.
I mean, that's the entire model behind Fortnite, and they've made billions. I think they're closing in on $2 billion.
So the concept of like, oh, you got to pay us 100,000, you know, for a decent roster. I would probably take the dollar. I would take the dollar sign away from this game if it means that you would win because of it. Obviously, if you still want to spend money and you want to support someone or whatever it may be, then by all means you can do that. If you think that they're doing a good job as a developer, as whatever it is, you do what you want with your own money. But to pretty much make an entire model that says, well, you can be at top for a small fee, and by a small fee I mean like 5 to 6 figures. Like, I'd rather that not be there.
Fair enough. And I don't think you're going to get a ton of people who would disagree. So let me ask you some more sort of champions related stuff.
Bring it on.
What was your first faction ever?
Cool Runnings. I will never forget it. Cool Runnings, ran by Big Dog Jabroni. Man, that guy was and is a dick.
I have heard the stories.
Literally within, long story short, as short as I can fucking make it, within 48 hours, I found my way onto his line chat, into the faction line thing, because, you know, they use line instead of Discord at the time. And I think I had my first message in there was, thanks for inviting me. I'm really looking forward to playing this game. I have no idea what I'm doing or who to focus. Can anyone help? Like, that was like my first thing. Got a couple messages from a couple people, and within less than 48 hours later, the entire line chat was completely destroyed, the entire faction in game completely dismantled, and this guy, Big Dog Jafuckface, is going around saying how everyone is not loyal to him and everyone needs to learn how to respect their elders and this, that, and the other. And I'm sitting here like, what the fuck, man? I got a 32K roster and I just want to know how to play the damn game. What the hell did I do? Kind of thing. So yeah, that was my first faction.
That's a hell of an introduction to the concept of factions and playing with others.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That was my first faction.
So my next question was also asked by one of the members, Caston BR11. I hope that's how you say your name, buddy.
Yeah.
How did you end up here in Execution?
Oh, so to actually continue that story, in all honesty, from that faction, because obviously it dismantled, my buddy at the time, Night Stinger, who's now a very well-known poacher, spoke to me at the time online chat. He's like, dude, this faction's going to crumble. It's going to fall apart. Nobody's here. I know that you asked some questions. Just want to see if you want to hop along with us and we can go on to another faction. Like, all right, sure, whatever. We hop onto another faction. It literally lasts like 3 hours and we all leave because Night Stinger isn't someone that people get along with, obviously. And nobody knew that in our like group of people that weren't like talking with people in the higher ups. You have one person you normally, you know, that you talk to like people with. Not everyone's going to go and talk to the people that we're going to get recruited by. So we left that. He ends up telling me we can go somewhere else, blah, blah, blah. Finds us into 5 Second Pose. So I end up finding my way into 5 Second Pose with Denton and all of them. And this guy, we're chilling for, I don't know, a couple weeks or so. It was going really well. Something happened with rewards or placements or movements or something got promised to Night Stinger, he thought, where he was going to be able to bring on people, but then bring on a second wave of people. And I guess Denton wasn't down with the second wave of people because he didn't A, have room, or B, want to kick out anyone else that was already there. We didn't have 2 factions, let alone enough to run 200 people. So that happened. Night Stinger moved on. He tried to bring me with him, and I'm like, dude, I'm going to be straight with you. I can't keep doing this moving around shit. I got to stick somewhere. I want to just learn and play the video game. As much as we're chilling and as much as we might talk and as much as we're friends, I need to have a faction where I could actually play the game. Stayed in 5 Second Post for a couple of months, and then, Denton and Calvin had their conversation, I guess, or Denton and whoever from Execution had their conversation. I don't even know the whole story there. I was like a bottom 40 scorer over in 5 Second Pose. I never thought of myself as anything big, but I was a personality. And I guess Denton saw something in me, and he told me that I was going to be one of the people that he was bringing along with him to Execution. And along with the 5 Second Pose guys, here we are.
All right. I know some of the 5 Second Pose guys didn't last long, but
yeah,
the 5 Second Pose people who stayed have become an incredibly awesome part of Execution, and I'm glad you're one of them, man.
Yeah, I'm super, super happy that he ended up bringing me along. Denton, actually, it was really cool too. He sent me a message. I don't know, it was like 2 or 3 months after we had officially joined Execution, and he was just like, "Hey man, how you doing?" I'm like, "What do you mean? What's going on?" Thinking there was something wrong. He's like, "I just want to see how you're getting along with everything in Execution." And like, just wanted my outlook on it. I was telling him, like, it feels like family. It feels like, the place where I wanted to be when I was playing this video game, the place that I was looking for when I was looking for an actual faction. And he was telling me that he was so happy and so like proud that we all came along and all came to Execution. And he was really like excited that he ended up making the decision of bringing me along instead of just like cutting me off. And I was like, dude, I couldn't thank you enough. So it feels great, man. Let me tell you.
Just so you know, just because we have to ruin the good moment.
Sure.
Broken said Denton was wrong about you.
You asshole.
All right, so speaking of Execution, let's get to the part where we ask a bunch of questions submitted by Execution.
Bum, bum, bum.
All right, first up, hashtag. I'll bet you can't guess whether it's serious or not.
I'm going to assume that it's not.
So, SpongeBob, Sideshow Bob, heck, even Billy Bob Thornton, have all achieved success in entertainment. How does it feel to be the most irrelevant of your siblings?
Probably not the most irrelevant. There's always that Bob over there, and I can't believe you didn't mention Bob Ross. Like, how do you go down a list of like great Bobs and not bring in Bob Ross? So don't even try and disrespect me with that shit.
I mean, dude, the question was hashtags. He's always going to get it wrong.
Silly boy. Not even a man. Silly boy.
Okay, from Genus, he and everyone would like to know how many ladies you attract with your manly chest hair and those dimples. Exact number needed. I would like to add to that daily number needed.
I hate you. I hate you so much.
How many per day just come up and just want to just pinch your cheeks and just run their fingers through your chest?
Just shut up. Just shut up. The answer is a big fat 0.
All right, Graybush wants to know if you're called 2bob because you ate your twin in the womb, and if not, then why are you called 2bob? Which you actually already answered. But did you eat a twin?
We did go over that answer.
You eat a lot of things. You eat all the time, actually. So
you guys didn't ask me for full disclosure on it, so I don't really like sharing the source of where my power comes from. But Gray, we got to have a talk after this, and you and me are not going to have private conversations anymore. But answer to your question, Stark, is no for official purposes.
Okay, all right. I feel like there's more there, and I'm not sure if I should probe or not, but... Darkness, I can already answer your question. The answer to your question is right here in this recording. She wanted to know, how did you get such an awesome laugh, and where can she get a recording of it?
Oh, well, okay, so yeah, second part of that, I think Stark has already answered that, obviously, this recording. First part of that, I've actually been told throughout the years, it doesn't matter what community or whatever the hell I'm on, I apparently have this iconic laugh. I've been told by people in real life and people online, it just doesn't fucking matter. I don't know. I I found my laugh to like evolve throughout the years. When I was a kid, I always had like an adorable little tiny baby laughter, I was told, but it always like picked up a hint of someone else's laughter, if that makes sense. And throughout the years, it just, here it is. Like I can't help it. It's my laugh.
It's infectious, man. It's infectious. Everybody fucking loves it. It's like one of most people who jump on Voice and spend time on Voice will tell you it's kind of one of their favorite things.
Yeah.
About being on Voice is listening to you laugh. It's awesome. It's spectacular. Of course, just, you know, because he has to ruin things too. Graybush says not everybody loves it.
Graybush just doesn't admit to what he likes.
I know. He's probably secretly like the biggest sweetheart. Him and Broken, they're probably like the biggest sweetheart, teddy bear, lovable little fakers.
You could probably dangle a fucking winning lotto in front of that guy's face, and he would just still look at you with the same look. You know,
I gotta pay taxes now.
Just get that shit out of my face. You know.
All right, Feeble wants to know, what Champions character do you want but can never pull?
Oh, I mean, Acro Macho, dude. That guy, I will never be able to pull that guy, ever. I need a nice acro on my roster. I've always needed a nice acro on my roster. Until I had Lawler, when we had those feud forms to fill out your most wanted superstar, Lawler was always the superstar that I had on there until I got Lawler, when they started giving them out like hotcakes. And then since then, it's been, and it always will be, Acro Macho. I want that Acro Macho. It's gonna elude me forever until I stop playing this game. I know it.
That's me and Tough. All right, God. So Danny wants to know, how did it make you feel to eat the whole cookie pizza and didn't share it? Even though your mom said you should.
Oh, Danny, look, it's not my fault, dude. I look. All right, here's the story. Okay, we were getting ready for feud, and we were talking about when we first introduced that whole feud fuel kind of thing, like what you're gonna eat for feud and this, that, and the other, right? Yeah. And it was coming up soon. It was like the weekend of. It was, I don't know. It was like the weekend of was going to be the feud, and it was like Wednesday or Thursday night that I got this like. I decided to order from Domino's, and it comes with a pizza, which is nice. And I just decided, screw it. I want to have some sort of sweets when I feud this weekend. And I got this massive cookie pizza. I shit you not, Stark. It's like, so 15 by like 15.6 inch laptop screen, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine that type of box, but a square version of that. And it's not a normal pizza. It's just a cookie. It's just a large ass cookie.
I'm in.
And it's freshly baked. It's in the shape of a pizza. It's sliced into 8 slices. It's got like melted chocolate chips inside of it, not tiny ones, like the fat ones. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to make Danny jealous, because I was telling him I was getting it. And because Danny, you know, from the UK, has never seen anything like this, blah, 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 blah. He's like, I've never heard of anything like this. I'm like, fine, I'll show you. So decided to take a picture, and I put it up next to like my actual pizza, just so he could see the size comparison. There's like maybe a 3-inch difference in the box. That's it. Like, that's it. It's a massive fucking cookie. And I showed it to him, and he's like, so you're going to send me a piece, right? I started cracking up, like, how the hell am I going to send one piece of this cookie pizza to the UK? I told him, no, I'm going to eat it right now with some ice cream, and I'm going to tell you how good it is. That way you can taste it with me. So yeah, I don't feel bad at all. I shared that cookie with you, whether you like it or not.
And now I want a cookie pizza for dinner.
Oh, it's so good, man. It's so good.
So speaking of Danny,
what now?
G Besco says, if Danny was a Pokemon, which one would he be?
Oh man, if Danny was a Pokemon, which one would Danny be? Danny would probably be Diglett, so he could hide under the fucking ground and go catch all the other damn Pokemon that are out there. That's exactly what Daddy would be. The Pokemon that can dig and burrow and hide away and go, I want more Pokemon. Yes.
All right.
That's exactly who he would be.
Fair enough.
Oh, God.
So I'm throwing this one in because it got added at the last second. It's from
Sure.
Bod. Hey, Bod.
Bring
And
it
he
on.
said, when did you name a time in your life when you screwed stuff up, possibly badly, and no one ever found out it was you?
Oh.
I like
See, but now you're going to make me say what the bad thing was.
Okay, so feel free to censor yourself if it's regarding execution and or something that you don't want
So
your mom to find out.
So let's just word it like this. I thought that I had something previously copied, right? Like I was going to copy paste something. Like if you're going to say copy someone's text and they're just saying hi or feud is at 7 p.m., something like that. So sometimes when you go on Discord and you try to copy everything, it doesn't copy it even if you do. So I was going to go and copy something and paste it to somebody. I kind of fucked up and didn't paste it to somebody, but pasted it inside of a server and inside of a room. And it wasn't the words that I was trying to copy, but rather a picture that should have not been copied that got pasted.
I see.
So
Would this be
I'm not
nuts?
going to go through with any details of what this picture was of or where it got posted or anything like that. But I accidentally posted a picture of something that should not have been public knowledge when I was trying to copy some like very basic sentence.
I mean, if you don't tell me what it is, I'm going to assume it's a dick pic.
Oh, no, it's not a dick pic, no.
Okay. All right. At least we cleared that part up. All right. At least you didn't publicly post your junk for all and sundry to see.
Not a dick pic, no.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
That's a good one, though. I'll give you that. That's a good one.
So, Broken wants to know what you would consider your funniest moment in voice.
My funniest or the funniest?
Or the funniest, whatever you feel has been the most fun voice thing.
Oh, God, I can't remember, man. There's been too many times I've died in tears on voice. I don't even know, man. Honestly, when I laugh that hard, I tend to just like black out. I can't remember. I know there's been like 3 separate occasions where I've like just completely cracked up and just laughed until I needed to force myself on mute because I was just in tears, laughing, and it took me like 3 minutes to come back. And the funny thing is like I hear people still, because I'm on mute but not deafened, and I hear people asking for me and like asking where the hell did Bob go, and it's like I can't even respond because I'm cleaning the tears off my face from cracking up too much. Like I couldn't help it, dude.
Yeah, voice is a good time. I wish more people would jump on during feuds because voice is a good time all the time.
Oh yeah, especially. I love me some voice.
Let me ask you a different question for Broken then.
Go for it.
You can choose one emoji to use forever from all the servers and all the emoji packs. What's your one emoji you can only ever use for the rest of time? I know you love you some emojis.
You can't make the emoji guy just choose one. You know what I'm saying?
One emoji. Pick your favorite. All the rest will know that you don't love them.
Really? Only one? I can't do 2?
Nope, just one. All right, give me 2. I'll allow it.
Okay. If there's 2, then I can handle this. But if there's 1, I'm in a real tight spot. So, okay, where are we talking? We're in EXETV. All right, I'm gonna post these 2, and I will say it for the audio recording. So the first one has to be Knuckles. Okay, it's Knuckles, obviously, but not real Knuckles. It's Ugandan Knuckles. It's the best.
Okay.
If you guys haven't seen the online meme, it's the whole "show you the way" meme. It's great. It's like when VR first came out. I can't even explain it. It's if you go down the rabbit hole, I'm gonna just leave it at that. You decide to go down the rabbit hole. It's great though.
Okay.
And part part 2, emoji number 2, I have to admit it's probably one of the most recent emojis that I've added. But this little blob is unstoppable. It's a blob, right? It's like a blob of yellow, and he is just wobbling everywhere. Like normally, like you got smiley faces and stuff. It's like the blob smiley face, but instead of that, he's just blobbling. I can't help it. Like I can't describe it. He's just wiggling and wobbling, and he's unstoppable.
He's doing his thing.
If there's one emoji that I can say that I feel is really linked with me, it's this one. It is just unstoppable blobbiness. It is great. Those would be the 2 emojis that I would have to be stuck with.
All right. Fair enough. All right. One more EXE related question.
Let's get it.
Pick 3 execution members and a destination for a driving road trip.
3 members and a destination for a road trip.
You're going to be in the car for however long it takes. 3 members and a destination.
I'm going to have to say, I got to have Broken there. Because Broken, when there's going to not be commotion, Broken and I are going to laugh at all the stupid shit. Like all the stupid shit that exists. Like, it's going to be like the dumb dad jokes. That's going to be it. Like, he said poop. Like, stupid stuff. You know, like, exactly. Like, the dumb shit.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. No, I got you.
You're on a fucking road trip for forever, and you're like 13 hours in, and it's like overnight, and everyone else is passed out, and it's like, you said poop. Like, it's going to just be the best.
I got you.
So, yeah, Broken by far is going to have to be my first one. Second one from Execution on a road trip, probably gonna say you, Stark. You never cease to have content. Like you never cease to ever have content to talk about, whether it's wrestling, whether it's champions, whether it's the real world, whether it's life, like whether it's just shooting the shit. You never seem to have a block in saying something. You know what I'm saying? Like you never.
I'm both flattered and also.
Don't take offense to it. Don't take offense to it.
You're basically telling me I talk too much.
You don't talk too much at all. I like when you talk. I love when you talk because I told you I learn a whole bunch of shit too. But like I think because there would never be a dull moment. I think that's why.
I'm filled with useless shit, as Graybush just said.
Shut up.
I am a fountain of useless information. All right, so it's me and it's Broken and it's you and we need a fourth.
Ouch. This is a rough one. There's so many people I would want to bring. All right, so I'm gonna be real with you. As much as I love everybody in this faction, because there's a lot of people I would want to bring along, I know there's some people that wouldn't necessarily get along with others. Like if you, me, and Broken were all along, you know, and I brought the fourth person along, and you guys don't necessarily get along with them, it's not gonna go perfectly, you know.
Fair enough.
But you gotta stir the pot a little bit, right? Like a little bit. So fine. I won't go that far. Fine. I'm gonna just say for now, mainly because I want to just hear his voice. I can't help it. I would say Danny. I want Danny to come along just for his voice. And if Danny couldn't come along because he's fucking sleeping, because he sleeps all the fucking time, I would assume that he would literally pass out on his. We would be like, Danny, we're going on a road trip. Like, okay, cool, good talking, dude. And
you have to put him in the trunk.
Yeah, it's like there's no point in bringing him along. If that was the case, and I know people have had problems and issues lately, but God, is he entertaining? I would fucking bring Vin along, dude. Vin would be bitching at everybody. I would love to see him. I wanna sit in the passenger seat and see Vin drive. You know what I'm saying?
The road rage would be epic.
You know what I'm saying? Like that,
it would be epic.
That
would
would
be
be the
epic.
3 that I would bring along. Broken because I would laugh at the stupid shit when there's downtime and because it's always entertaining. You because there would probably be no downtime and we would always have stuff to do and have fun with. And Vin because if there's ever anything going on, this guy's going to fucking lose his shit. And my God, it's going to be entertaining. And where the destination is, fuck if I know, man. Where's the longest place? I don't take me. I'm in South Florida. Take me to Washington. That's where we're going. A cross country trip to
All right.
half the states.
I'm in. We'll hit the diners. We'll go see the biggest ball of twine. We'll buy pies from old women in the country. It'll be a good time.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Ugh.
We're almost at the end. Now we're going to play a little game. Just a little game called Marry, Fuck, Kill.
Oh my God. No, you guys are gonna set me up, aren't you?
I mean,
A little bit, huh? Yeah, thanks.
All right. This one was added today based on the earlier conversation. Marry, fuck, kill. Ham, ribs, or bacon.
Oh man. All right. Well. All right. I gotta marry bacon. You can never. If you had to
Yeah, it's a lifetime. It's a lifetime.
Right? It's a lifetime of it. You can't just have it once and then move on. Like that just doesn't happen. I don't want to necessarily get too graphic, but ribs get nasty. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
I would probably end up fucking the shit out of some ribs, and then I would just kill the ham.
Gotcha.
Ham's great and all, but compared to those other two, that's gone. Killing.
All right. Gotcha. Okay. All right. Calvin, Broken, and Danny.
Way to fuck me. Oh, shit. Man. This is a hard one.
I mean, if you want it to be.
It's going to be. Thing is, I can talk with Danny about that shit forever. You know what I'm saying? I could probably see myself fucking Danny. I would fuck Danny. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I would fuck Danny. I see the thing is, so now hear me out. It's gonna sound so fucked up. But the decision maker with me and Broken, it's probably gonna be funnier if I kill him instead of marry him. So even though I know 9 out of 10 people say they would marry Calvin for the money, I wouldn't even do that. I would just kill Broken because it would be more of an experience, you know? Sure. That's the thing.
Right. So you're gonna fuck Danny because he's hot.
Oh well, me and Danny have spoken about that for months, dude. If Danny was in here, wait, is there someone from the UK in here? G's from the UK in here. G can fucking attest to this. Danny has no idea what drop in your drawers mean. He thought that I was starting to fucking throw my furniture around the house. That makes no sense. But we've been talking about dropping each other's drawers for years, and man, it's been great.
Fair enough. So you're gonna marry Calvin and you're gonna kill Broken for comedy.
Strictly comedy, but it's like comedy, but it's also it's like that completion inside, you know? If someone's gonna kill that guy, that has to be me, right?
All right. Okay.
Come the fuck on. Natural causes? That's so lame.
So now you thought I was putting you on the spot, but I'm not. This is putting you on the spot.
Oh shit.
You have 3 choices. One of them is marry, one of them is fuck, one of them is kill. Maria Kanellis.
Okay.
Liv Morgan.
Okay.
And Charlie Caruso.
Oh, dicks.
Remember, one of them has to die.
This is brutal. Do I have to say which one I gotta do first? Do I have to pick Mary first or something like that?
No, you can do whatever order you want. I know it's in your heart, though.
So, look, they're all fine, right? Liv is cool. Love me some Liv. But she's got. I'm probably gonna kill me some Liv Morgan. As much as Liv is great and cute and all, she's got to be the one to go. And then there's the marry and fuck part. Now, me and you have spoken about this on many an occasion, okay? And to just make this as short and sweet as possible, You know how I feel about both of them. I'm going to say marry Maria, and I'm going to say that I'm going to fuck Charlie, because if I could consistently have that on a nightly basis, this would not be a safe world. But I will say that if I got that one time and it was like, I fucking knocked that off, that would probably be the greatest day/night of my life. Oh yeah, I would do that. Oh yeah.
You're maybe the only person on Earth who would describe Maria Kanellis as the consolation prize.
Oh yeah, I know, bro. Trust me, I love me some. Don't even get wrong. I love me some Maria, but like, it's not even the consolation prize. Like, I don't even want to pick a consolation prize. It's just
no,
like,
I know. I'm just fucking with you.
That's just the way it goes, man.
All right, I knew. I had to put you on the spot, and now everybody knows how you feel about Charlie Caruso, and you can all share in Bob's obsession with Charlie Caruso.
Look, man, Paige been looking like a bowl full of Charlie for 3 weeks, and that is not fair. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, now he's starting to become obsessed with Paige. Samsung will fight you for her.
That Samsung can fight. He will lose. Go on.
All right. I mean, that kind of wraps it up. We got to learn. We got to learn some stuff about you. We got to learn more about you than we probably wanted to know in some cases.
Woo!
But appreciate your time.
Hell yeah.
Appreciate everybody who dropped questions in. There's only one more piece of business to take care of, and that is, who would you like to see on EXETV?
Oh, we're doing nominations. I like it. All right. So now I've been thinking about this for a long ass time. I'm not even going to bullshit, right? Ever since we've been doing EXETV, I loved it, by the way, enjoyed my stay. But we've had a very strong male presence here, right? And I thought, what better way would it be to break the strong male presence than by including a female presence? You get what I'm saying?
I hear
you. If we're going to do that, what better female to have than the female of the host himself? And we nominate Morgana.
Oh, he said it right. He said it right. She's maybe not going to stab you in the heart now.
There you go. Not Morgana.
So she's not going to be happy, and she still might want to stab you, but maybe not in the heart now because you said her name right.
Look, let's not go down that conversation.
All right. I mean, it's going to be weird and it's going to be interesting because I already know the answer to every question that is going to be asked, but we'll make it work. We'll make it work. Morgana FQ, the Red Queen herself, you are going to be on the hot seat next.
Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. And if you would like to hang out and ask him to go into more detail about what that pic was that he pasted in the wrong place, or anything else, if you want to ask him stuff that didn't make this chat, if you want to ask him about anything, we're going to go hang out in the EXETV chat. No one will be muted there. Thanks for coming. Thanks for listening. Bob, thank you very much for your time. Thanks, everybody. And thanks, Smiley, for putting this all together. And see you later.
Whoop, whoop.
Worldwide execution.